Yeah, hi, good day, everyone. Thank you for joining to this call. It's good to have you on board. So this is Kingfisher. We usually have virtual meetups every last Saturday of the month, and then we invite guest speakers from different endeavors. We've talked about web development in modern era, like using AI tools, and then we've talked about network engineering. We've covered a couple of feeds, and that's how we've been having the sessions. And for every session we have, we record them and they have been uploaded on the YouTube. So I'll be hosting the event for today on behalf of our host. She's not available right now, Mrs. Miro. So I'll just go ahead to do all of that today. So today we have an interesting topic we want to talk about, and then just within the whole stuff about generative AI and all of that. So, and that's why we are here this evening, and I'll be bringing up the speaker in a moment. But meanwhile, let me just introduce what Think Research is all about. So, it's an IT organization here that handles building of digital solutions. And if you want to learn a tech course, maybe web development, machine learning, data analysis, you could also reach out to Kingfisher. We also have a unit that can handle your business presence on the online space, from Facebook to Instagram to LinkedIn and all of those platforms. Yeah, we can also help you to manage your businesses and help them scale across social media platforms. And then also we do IT consultancy. We also do training. If you want to train and onboard the staff of an organization on how to use a software or a tool, or train them on how to use certain systems that are bought or purchased, we could also handle all of that. And then we also provide technical support for organizations that want to build infrastructure across both AI and cloud systems. Okay, so without much ado, so I'm going to introduce the speaker. With us today, we have Mata Tize. She is a seasoned information professional. So I'll just quickly run through her profile so that she can have the floor. She's a dedicated research consultant with a strong passion for knowledge development and scholarly advancement and evidence-based practice. In her professional role, she served as a special assistant to a university librarian, where she contributes to strategic planning, information management, and the enhancement of library services. Her work supports institutional goals by ensuring effective organization, research support, and the promotion of modern information practices within the academic environment, and just a lot around academic responsibility. And then she's bringing awareness about health, about mental health in different offices. And then she actively participates in promoting mental education across board. So her advocacy works reflects her sense of empathy and her dedication to creating healthier, more informed communities. Overall, she is driven by a strong sense of purpose in research, education, information management, and mental health advocacy, consistently demonstrating professionalism, compassion, and a commitment to positive societal impact. She's a graduate of Library and Information Technology from the Federal University of Technology, Mina, and currently running a master's degree in the same field of knowledge. So one of our best quotes is, no matter how much we drink from the well of achievement, we can only become thirsty. Ladies and gentlemen, please put up your favorite icon as we make welcome Mata Tize as she takes us on information research in the era of generative AI. Please, can we appreciate her as she comes on board? Thank you, Mata. You have the floor. Thank you. Please, can we put hands together for her, please? Just some icons there. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good, 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 good. So, all right, over to you, Ma.
Now, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. So my name is Tizi Mata, and I'm privileged to bring this renowned topic to us this evening. So we are in an era where AI is reshaping the future of research, teaching, and learning. So this presentation explores how generative AI is transforming research workflows, the opportunities it creates, the challenges it introduces, and how we can embrace it responsibly. So information research simply refers to the process scholars use to find, retrieve, analyze, evaluate, and use information to answer research or generate knowledge. And then the emergence of artificial intelligence now have significantly transformed various fields, including the academia and scientific research. So these AI tools supports research or academic writing process from inception to completion. That is from the start of a research write-up till the end. However, However, the development is generating debate within the scientific community. That is, many literature argues that artificial intelligence in research discourages critical thinking, which is a cornerstone of scholarly inquiry, and it poses numerous ethical concerns, that's including plagiarism, article fabrication, privacy invasion, and a lack of transparency, authenticity, and credibility, which are fundamental pillars of scientific research. So now, going on, what is generative AI? We want to see what this generative AI is. It's simply a type of artificial intelligence that can generate new content, not just analyze data. It learns patterns from large amounts of information and then uses that knowledge to generate something new. So generative AI is just like a smart computer system that learns from example and then produces original outputs such as text, videos, audios, and music codes and software scripts, etc. So the key point here is that this generative AI, it doesn't think like a human. It predicts the next most likely word, image, shape, or pattern that's based on what it has learned. So that's the way it works. How you are able to query it, and then it will learn from what you have been querying over time, and then it now gives back to you what you want at a time. So there are different examples and types of generative AI generally that are being in use. That's not restricted to research alone. So we have 5 categories of those examples. We have text generating AI, such as ChatGPT, Google Gemini Cloud, Meta Llama, Microsoft Copilot. We have image generating AI. Example is DALL-E, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, Adobe Firefly, Canva AI image generator. Then we have video generating AI. Example, we have Runway Gen 2, Pika Labs, Luma Dream Machine. Then there are those for those that are in coding, that's code generating AI, GitHub, Copilot, Code Whisperer, Replit AI, then speech and conversation AI, Open AI voice engine. These are the ones that are mostly utilized in the educational system. For example, for students that are having special needs, students that are special needs that they have maybe hearing impairment. So we have these tools that can be used to translate text to voice or voice to text so that they would be able to understand. So looking at research now, what are those tools, those generative AI tools that are being deployed in research work that can be used from the inception of the research writing to the completion? The most popular one now is ChatGPT, which everybody uses. There are times that you see children just come back from school and they'll just ask their mothers or fathers, "Mommy, please open ChatGPT. I want to do my assignment." So this is one of the most popular generative AI used in research. We have Rightful, we have Cite, we have Consensus. This Consensus is from Semantic Scholar. We have Elicit, we have Perplexity, we have Research Rabbit, Grammarly, Jenny AI, SciSpace, Paper Guide, Google Gemini again, then Connected AI. So these tools enhances research work. They are what most researchers use to start their research work and to finish it. These tools help in diverse ways. They can help in topic creation, they can help in building introductions, they can help in writing literature review, they can help in doing methodology. So for at every level of a research process, for students and researchers, these tools are assistive tools that enhances research work. So now, how AI has transformed research. AI has transformed research by making it faster, smarter, more accurate, and more accessible. It enhances every stage, that is from the topic selection to publication, and it empowers researchers to solve complex problems with greater efficiency. So one of the things that AI has done to research is faster access to information. Imagine, just cast your mind back to, let's say, 20 years ago, how we were able to look for information. You know that you have to go to the library. When you go to the library, you have to look for a certain book. And sometimes you have these wicked classmates that when they come to the shelf and they find a book, they'll hide it on another shelf. So you will not be able to access it. However, AI can summarize now. It can summarize research articles in seconds. Within few seconds, you can get access to information that has taken someone or group of people months and years to put together by just a simple prompt on AI. Another point is that AI has advanced literature review. AI can scan wide fields and outline emerging trends within few seconds. It has improved data collection. AI helps design questionnaires now or extract themes from qualitative data. Once you just prompt your topic on AI, on any of these generative AI tools, and you just say, generate questionnaire based on this topic, before you know, it will create even responses at any form that you want your questionnaire. Is it in 4 Likert form? At any form that you want it, AI will do that for you within seconds. Another thing it does is that smarter data analysis. Imagine the time that you take now after you've done your analysis. Let's say, for example, you have run it in SPSS and you just copy the interpretation and paste on AI. Before you know, AI would have analyzed your result for you. That is something that would have taken someone even days and weeks to be done with. There's also automation of repetitive tasks. Tasks such as formatting references, cleaning data, or organizing literature. These tools helps us to organize our literature a lot. There are times that for error checking, once you upload your work, these tools will help you to organize your literature in a way that even you, when you see it, you will know that something has happened and a good change have happened on your work. So in a nutshell, it enhances quality of writing. That's through grammar checking, rewriting, clarity improvement, and then reorganizing arguments. There are times that I will ask AI to argue on a topic, and the way that argument will come out, I will be excited because, like, this is what I wanted to see, but I did not know how to put it in my own words. However, AI have in a way brought it out the way it should be. Remember, I said that it learns from patterns, it learns from what we feed to it, and it gives it back to us. Yesterday, something happened. I was about to apply for a writing to submit in a publication, and I was asking AI. I just picked the theme of the conference and I pasted it on ChatGPT. And ChatGPT said something to me. He said, based on what I know about you, because I have always, in the time past, searched for information concerning librarianship, concerning open access, concerning open knowledge. So what AI said was that based on what I know about you, you are inclined in librarianship. This is what I am suggesting to you. So this is one thing that it helps us to do. And then it gives us new research possibilities. AI opens opportunities in simulations, modeling, and large-scale analysis. There is no analysis now that you'd want to say that this AI should help you to analyze and that it will not be able to bring it out. So how AI has transformed research, the last point is better decision making. AI identify insights from large data sets. that humans may miss. Like now in research gap, there are some things that you wouldn't just on your own know that they even exist, but AI will help you. And then sometimes, when you say, AI, this is what I want to do. I want to write a book on information research in AI era. What do you think? And AI will begin to bring out different decisions for you. At the end of the day, you'll be able to make informed decision in your research work. So moving on, is still AI in academic writing. So this generative AI has become one of the most powerful tools for improving academic writing. But many people still don't know how to use it properly or responsibly. So AI in academic writing helps in grammar and clarity improvement. I have said it earlier that tools like Grammarly, ChatGPT, Writeful can refine expressions. They help write unclear sentences. They help to fix grammar issues and improve readability. So, like I said earlier, there are times that you really know what you want, but you don't even know how to put it. But querying AI now, you will get the feedback of what you want, exactly what you want to see. So AI in academic writing has also restructured arguments. It helps in restructuring arguments. AI can help to restructure paragraphs, improve flow, and ensure coherence. So AI helps the flow of ideas. That's building strong topic sentences and reorganizing sections so that the writing is more coherent. Sometimes we just write based on what we feel, but once you just upload that, AI will just help you to write it in a more coherent way. Example now, if a student, let's say if a student's literature review is scattered, AI can organize it. AI output might look like clear introduction of the main idea, like it will link the words properly. There is this thing in research, like for example, in let's say introduction now, you are writing a research work in your introduction, your words and your sentences have to be linking to each other. You cannot be talking about one thing. Let's say you're talking of AI generative, then you are jumping to another topic in the same sentences, in the same sentence. So there's this flow of writing that have to be consistent. So AI can help you. You can just copy your introduction and say, please, AI, help me to reorganize this introduction. And before you know, it will reorganize it. So this is extremely helpful for dissertations, for reports, for proposals, for students, and for researchers. And again, citation assistance. AI can format references. However, it must be verified for accuracy. We have different types of referencing style. It can be the APA, MLA, anyone. It will ask you, which of the references do you want me to format this work to? And AI help in fixing incomplete citations. There's a work I wrote and my supervisor replied because I just wrote the name and the title of the work. So that reference is incomplete. Any reference, if it is a book, it must have a complete information. If it is a journal, you must mention the journal that it was published in, even the volume and the number. So if it is an ebook, you must mention the DOI, that's the number of that book. So AI helps in formatting references, it helps in fixing incomplete citations as long as those citations are genuine and they exist online. So one of the things it does in academic writing again is that it helps in reducing plagiarism. So AI rewrites content into original versions. It reduces a lot of similarity scores. So it is very excellent for paraphrasing. As far as that work, that particular phrase is genuine, AI can paraphrase it and then it will lower the similarity score. And then it helps in writing for originality. It avoids direct copying of sources. So let's say, for example, you are prompting AI and say, rewrite this paragraph onto an original version suitable for academic writing without changing its meaning. Avoid plagiarism and keep the tone formal. So you are telling it now that this is a paragraph that you want it to write it in a suitable academic writing format. It shouldn't change the meaning, and it should avoid plagiarism, and should keep the tone formal. So, however, ethics require that researchers review and acknowledge sources. So that is one of the most important things, that researchers should always acknowledge the sources they copy the work from, not assuming that it is their own original work. So enhancing coherence and readability, I've said this earlier, this is one of the things that AI is doing for us in the academic world right now, in the research world. It has transition, it improves logical flow, then it breaks long sentences. Sometimes we tend to write too much sentences that at the end of the day, they will not make much sense. But once we upload or we query that on AI, it will help us to break those long sentences in a way that it should. Then it turned rough notes into polished writing. So AI has done a lot in the research world right now and is still doing a lot. Moving on, we are going to look at the benefits of generative AI in research. So one of the things it does is that it saves time. Literature reviews that take hours can just take minutes, and before you know, you are even done with your research work. Like I said, we should cast our mind back to those days that we have to go to different places. Some people have to travel to go to other libraries, like you travel to another state to go and use the resources in another library just for you to gather information. But now, within few seconds, you can query AI and you will get such information. So it also improves quality writing. It supports idea generation. That's one of the good things that AI does. AI helps refine research topics and identify gaps. So when I was about to start my thesis, I just went and said, AI, this is my view. I want to write on collection development in the library, and I want it to be in the era of artificial intelligence. And before I knew it, it brought us different topics. And after I submitted those topics, they were approved. One of these was approved. So asking AI to refine topics for you, you never come out exact as any topic existing anywhere. That's one thing that is certain, that it will generate new idea. It will just take the pattern of what has been existing, but it is going to generate this new idea. And if I take my topic now and type it on Google, there are a lot of people that have written something about AI in collection development, but it can never be as exact as what is existing. So AI also enhances productivity in research. More time is spent on critical thinking instead of manual tasks. So, like I've said, instead of you moving from one place to another to gather information, you have to use that time just for your critical thinking instead of those manual tasks. And then AI also automates routine tasks, that's citation management, codes, initial analysis, and data cleaning. So these benefits, they explain why AI adoption is rapidly rising across universities worldwide. Moving on, we're going to be looking at the challenges and ethical issues around AI. Of course, like I've said earlier, there has been a lot of debate on if AI has done more good to research or harm. So one of the challenge and ethical issues we have with AI is hallucination. AI generates false information. AI may produce false or fabricated information. The way I used to say sometimes, I would say AI can lie. AI can fabricate references for you. It will give you this reference, it will give you the year, it will give you the title, it will even give you journal publication. And the worst of it is that it will even generate a link, online link to that resource. So if you don't take your time to check and you just copy and you just submit, it means that you are submitting a fabricated work. Have you ever submitted a work as a student or as a researcher? There are some students that will submit a work. You know that footnote in AI, they will copy everything and paste. AI will be saying, should I explain more? Do you want me to explain more? And you are already copying and pasting. And sometimes there are some lecturers that I've seen work that some supervisors will write on your work, this work is AI generated. Because in the academic world, once a, a work that is fabricated by AI is seen, it is recognized immediately. Why? Because we have tend to remove the human effort and we just want to relieve everything to artificial intelligence, which is not right. So there's bias in output of AI. If the training data is biased, the output will be biased. That's one of the challenges and ethical issues associated to using artificial intelligence in research. Like I've said, AI is already working with our prompts. Now, if I want something, if I want AI to give me a reply in my own favor, that reply will come in my own favor. For example, now I will say, AI, I ate food, but I was hungry, and they put the blame on me for eating the food. What do you think? You see, AI will begin to give me responses that will make my mind to calm. You first of all tell me, you did not do wrong. You were only hungry. So this is how it works. Sometimes AI is biased in its output. It is a training you give it that it will give you back. And there is data privacy concerns. Uploading personal or sensitive data is risky. Sometimes we just copy people's work and we just paste it and just paraphrase it and just refuse to acknowledge it. That is why in the world right now, we hear about common licenses. Everybody is looking for a way to protect his intellectual right up. It's not because information cannot be made open for anyone to use, but because people are now making the effort of those researchers that have gone through a lot to do a research on a particular thing, and then now you are picking it. You did not go anywhere. You are just within the confines of your office or your home. You just pick that information that took that person a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of experience, a lot of sacrifices to put in place. So you see, data privacy concerns, we have that as a challenge and ethical issue. And one of the challenge again is over reliance. Many students and researchers are becoming very over reliant on AI. That is the point where other researchers in the world are saying that people are beginning to lose their sense of critical reasoning. And that is why a student would be able to use AI. He will just copy it like that. He will just paste it. He will not vet it. He will not check to see if it is right. He will not confirm if those references are genuine or not. He will just paste it the way it is. So there's also risks of researchers and students not wanting to be involved in the research world to see what is going on. There are a lot of, let's say, for example, these reputable journals like Elsevier. If you want to submit a work in that publication, they will ask you that you should acknowledge when you use AI. It is very important. It's so that it will reduce the risks. They would know that you have used AI. Also because they use advanced tools and they would know that this work was not done from your own critical thinking, was not gotten from existing publications, but rather it was fabricated. So there's a quote here. It says, there's a risk that scientists will use AI to produce more while understanding less. You see, this is one of the problem we have. We just want to feel good, we just want to publish, we just want to submit, but after that, what do you know? How much do you know about that? Because it goes down to people not even vetting the information they get. So these authors, Lisa Messari and MJ Crockett, they said something. There's four archetypes of how people view AI. One, they view AI as oracle. Two, they view AI as surrogate. Three, as quant, and four, as arbiter. So let me explain what it means. So in study design, they argue that AI as oracle, that is, tools are managed as being able to objectively and efficiently search, evaluate, and summarize massive scientific literatures, helping researchers to formulate questions in their own project design. Then in data collection, AI as surrogate application, it is hoped that it allows scientists to generate accurate standing points, including as a replacement for human study participants when data is otherwise too difficult or expensive to obtain. Imagine when data is now too difficult to obtain, we just use AI as surrogate. Then the third one is in data analysis, AI as quant, like tools seeks to surpass the human intellect ability to analyze vast and complex data sets. And the last one is AI as arbiter. Applications aim to objectively evaluate scientific studies for merit and replicate that by replacing humans in the peer review process. There is no how that the effort of human can be replaced by AI in the peer review section. So these authors gave a warning that treating AI applications from these four archetypes as trusted partners, rather than simply tools in the production of scientific knowledge is wrong. So doing so, they say, would make scientists susceptible to illusions of understanding, which can creep their perspective and convince them that they know more than they do. You know, you just sit down in your room, you use AI and you compose an article and you post and be feeling yourself. That was not from your critical thinking. That was not from genuine sources. So they said that they are not arguing that scientists shouldn't use artificial intelligence too, but they are advocating for a conversation about how scientists will use them, and suggesting that they shouldn't automatically assume that all the use of the technology will benefit science as such. So this is a call that we should not depend on AI, because AI can never replace human capability. Moving on now. So there are skills that we need as researchers in this era. We need a lot of skills to be able to stay abreast, because AI is here. AI has come to stay. So the best thing to do is to move with that shift, that paradigm shift that come, and we have to be at the top of this game. So these skills we need is, first, problem solving skills. We need critical thinking skills. Let's not drop our critical thinking and expect AI to do everything, because the output of AI will always be AI, no matter how. And then we need to venture into programming courses. As researchers, we need to venture into collaboration, deep learning, data analysis. We need to venture into machine learning and AI basics. Very important. We need to understand the tenets of this AI, how it works, and how AI should work for us, instead of we should be giving to AI all that it needs. So we are almost rounding up. Now, best practices for using AI in research. The best practices. So one is responsible use of AI. And this refers to the ethical, safe, transparent, and accountable use of artificial intelligence to ensure it benefits individuals, institutions, and society. That is, while minimizing risks of harm. It means using AI wisely, ethically, and within set boundaries. So we should know that there are set boundaries that we should use AI for. And the first thing here I spoke about is transparency. So always disclose AI use where necessary. I gave example some reputable journals like the Elsevier. They usually ask authors to indicate if they have used AI during the course of article writing. So this is because they really want transparency and credibility in the work they publish. And that is why they are one of the reputable journals in the world that are making waves, that researchers that are writing quality work are publishing in. So another best practice is accountability. Is the researcher, not the AI. So you should be the one that will remain responsible for accuracy. It is you. AI is just being AI. That's how I say AI is just being AI, but you have to be you also. So why lose your voice to AI? There is no point of losing your voice to AI. After all, it is what you give to AI that it gives back to you. Also, privacy and data protection. Never input confidential data into AI tools, because sometimes ago I kept wondering, I kept asking AI, when are we going to have a microphone on this platform so that instead of typing, I will just press the microphone and speak. And imagine how many millions and billions of people around the world that would have queried AI with that same query. And years later, I saw that ChatGPT have included microphone on their app, on their tool. So AI is actually using what we are giving it, and is giving it back to us. Another best practice is to avoid plagiarism. AI writing must be checked and appropriately cited. It must be checked. Once AI gives you any output, you have to use credible databases to confirm facts and citations. If AI gives you a citation, make sure you confirm. And there are ways that you can query AI that it will give you desired, for example, citations. There's a way you can query AI and say, I want this, give me genuine citations. And then by that time, the head will begin to put that this person wants genuine citations. And if AI is not able to produce, it will tell you, I apologize. Sometimes AI will even refer you. It will tell you, go and check journals, go and check other sites online to verify this. So verifying of those outputs are very, very important. Then fairness and bias control. Let's avoid discriminatory outputs from AI. Let's use appropriate words from AI. Let's use appropriate examples from AI, and let's always vet it online to be sure that these things are true, because AI can just carry a reference and tell you what is not existing that it is existing. So let's not take its word hook, line, and sinker. Let's not take the outputs of AI hook, line, and sinker. If not, research will not be credible anymore. Then lastly, best practices is continuous learning. Let's continue to learn. AI will continue advancing, and researchers must adopt. Researchers and students must adopt to this change. However, adaptation must be ethical, balanced, and grounded in critical thinking. That is, researchers must combine human intelligence ability to AI. We cannot afford to surrender our intellectual responsibility to AI. Like AI doing your work for you all through from A to Z, and you will not confirm it, and you take up that work, and you go to conferences, and you present it. Let's not surrender our intellectual responsibility to AI. In conclusion, generative AI is transforming research processes for sure. And then the opportunities we have, they outweigh challenges. That is when used responsibly. A lot of people have argued that AI is not doing much good because a lot of people have not used it responsibly. So that is what is called ethical use of AI. Even in institutions now, they are beginning to want to tilt towards that, to like allow students to mention that they have used AI in the course of this research, because they have come to terms that this AI, we cannot just push it away. It is something that has come to stay and to change our world. So AI enhances does not replace human expertise. There is no how that it will replace human expertise. No matter how you use, unless you use it responsibly, your work will always look like an embodiment of AI speech. No matter how you query it, you want to say, I want you to write this in human language, write it in natural tone. No matter the natural tone you want to write it, you must have to also look for sources and citations and body of work that have been published by reputable authors that have been publishing and are existing. And then that is when the blend of your work will have a great meaning and credibility. So lastly, now call to action. Say start exploring AI tools intentionally, practice responsible use, that is verify every fact, every statistic, every citation that AI gives you. Then let's also teach others, your colleagues, your students and institutions, the need for AI literacy. So many people are debugging AI, but I've said it severally that anybody that is not moving with AI, we will leave that person behind, because AI has come to stay. So let's stay committed to ethics. AI should enhance our intelligence and not replace it. So together we can embrace innovation without compromising academic integrity. So let's shape the future of research wisely, ethically, and fearlessly. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Mata. Thank you. That was an amazing one. Please, if you learned something, can you just appreciate her? Please give us some thumbs. Yeah, go ahead, please give us some thumbs. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was amazing. So thank you very much. Do you have, if we have anyone with a question, please can you indicate with a question? So while we are that with the question, I'm going to ask Grace, our data marketer, to post the links to our social media platform. On Monday, being the 1st of December, we're going to have a giveaway on our WhatsApp platform. So you want to ensure that you follow our platform, because we'll have a giveaway 1st of December in our WhatsApp group. Maybe most those who are most engaging on our social media platform. Yeah, so go ahead, Joy. You are raising your hand.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. We can hear you.
Thank you so much, my Mrs. Mata. I really learned a lot from this lesson. My question go like this, please. Can AI write a minute for someone?
Yes, there's
Okay.
absolutely nothing that AI cannot write for you right now. There's absolutely
Yeah.
nothing. For example, if you attend a meeting, just the
Yeah.
topic, and then you query AI. I just attended so meeting. I want you to write a minute for it. Before you know, AI will generate just in line. Like now, this webinar, try and query AI. You will see that the words and the things that AI will say will be in relation to all the things I've said. That is how
Okay.
intelligent the tools are. Yes. That is why we are advocating for the ethical use of AI, because we have seen the capability and how far AI can go in generating information and helping us in research. So,
Okay.
do you get it? Yes.
Yeah,
I
thank you
really
very
get.
much. Joy,
Thank you
Joy,
so
are you
much.
cool with that
But
answer?
yes, but I want to know more because what of the names? Maybe sometimes we have different languages, different tribes. How would AI know that this? People raise their comments, bring out their view. How will he know that this is it and this is that and this is also person that? raise this comment? How is it going to be possible at that?
That is why from the introduction I said that AI generates information from large pools of data, millions of books, text online everywhere. So within that second that you are asking that question, that is how it has been programmed that AI has knowledge. There are people that even call it prophet AI. Like it will give you prophecy and it will be accurate. So
Okay.
this is yes, this is why now we have realized how important this is and how it works, and we are advocating that we should now use it for the best. So
Okay.
put it in any language. Even say,
You.
okay, AI, this is a German language. Can you translate this for me? You will see it.
Okay.
So are you clear on that?
Yes. So by doing this, is it that you download an AI app or there is a special
Okay.
and
So when you get the slide, you will see that I've mentioned about 15 types of AI tools
of
used in research. Yes. So you
okay,
only
there's
need
no
to.
special one.
You said there's no a special one.
No, what I mean is that you mentioned about 15 of them, which
Yes.
I'm aware. But then what I'm asking is this. Maybe you mentioned and Canvas. Is it Canvas that you use or you just put what you want, the AI will just generate it for you? That is what I'm asking.
Okay. I use different AI tools. I use ChatGPT, I use Microsoft Copilot, I use DeepSeek. So because all of these they are all AI tools, but they have their models differently and they give their outputs differently. So sometimes I use ChatGPT. Now, even the Canva app has been there, but they just recently embedded AI in Canva app. So when you go to the app for Canva, you need to download it. But for ChatGPT, those other ones, you only need to register with your email, and that is all on the link.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm grateful.
You're
All right.
welcome.
Thank you very much, Joy, for that wonderful question. Yeah, so this session is recorded and it's going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel. Do well to follow our YouTube channel so that once it is uploaded, you can actually get to go over the session and the slide embedded to on the slide on the recording. So, do we have any other question?
Okay. Hello. Good evening, ma'am.
Mhm.
Okay, please. I have a question. My name is Henry.
Okay.
Okay. So there was, I think that was last year or so. There was a work we did. So when the work went through plagiarism check, it was showing that there was a lot of should I call it copy and paste, like.
Mhm.
But can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Yes. So yes. So after they checked and discovered that we plagiarized, and when we now check, we now discovered there were common terms, like things that you cannot change their spellings. They underline those ones. I'm sure you understand what I mean. So at the end of the day, my confusion is, why would the plagiarism checker be underlining common spellings that are conventional? Is it that they want you to change the spelling? It's just so confusing. So how can one manage this issue of plagiarism to ensure that one's writing is not rejected or seen to be carrying too much plagiarism? Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So at first, when we started the issue of Turnitin in universities, at that time, I can still remember, I'm casting my mind back now. There are some tools that started coming out. Example is Grammarly, Quillboard. So people started using those tools as tools. So when you copy the work of the author, you put it on that app, it now paraphrase, but you are still citing that author. You see, it's a different thing, right? Because it is just a change, but not actually changing the entirety of the meaning of that message. But once you copy somebody's work, you paraphrase it, then it changes from the original meaning. And then you are still mentioning that person's name. That tool will still flag it. So even right now, there are still a lot of tools. Example is Stilt Writer. Have you heard of Stilt Writer? That is one of the tools that is used right now in the academic, in the research world for paraphrasing, and it helps in reduction of plagiarism because all those other tools, those institutions started flagging them off. Quickbolt is flagged off now. You cannot use it as a paraphrasing tool. Then now we have Tilt writers and other ones. So that is one of the tools I can tell you that now you can use to paraphrase, but make sure that the work you are copying is genuine. The work you are citing, because there are some books that or some write-up that you will see. Let's say, for example, I publish a book which I used AI and I fabricated an author which is not existing, and then I publish my work, it was not flagged. Let's say I just published it in a journal. Then you, as a researcher, you are now citing, when you see my work, you will now want to copy that citation and put it on your work, whereas that author is not really existing. So because I cited that author, doesn't mean that that author is existing. So it also boils down to us verifying all of our references and citations. So we are fond of doing this. Even I have fallen victims many times that I will copy citation from a work. Then when it is being vetted, they will now discover that that citation does not exist. So that's one thing. And then I would advise, if you want to do your paraphrasing, that is where we are talking about the human effort now. Once you use your human effort, paraphrase a work, I am telling you this, the plagiarism level will reduce in a very, very high maximum because you did not put it on any tools. So all of these institutions, they are also working on their privacy. They are subscribing to higher tools that will help them to recognize any drop of AI or plagiarism in the work. So I mentioned earlier that these generative tools, they also help in reducing plagiarism. ChatGPT, for example, now, when you copy a work that you cited genuinely, you paste it on ChatGPT, you query it and say, ChatGPT, rephrase this work, maintain the main message, reduce plagiarism. I am telling you that once that work comes out, the plagiarism will be reduced. There's Research Rabbit. Once you get this slide, you see them. They are helping research and they are helping to reduce plagiarism a lot. So I think this is what I have to say about this.
Okay, thank you very much, man.
I hope you are clear on
All
it.
right. Yeah, thank you. One more question. We're expected to round up the call by 8. I think Grace, your hand is raised. That will be the last question, and so that we can wrap up for today.
My own question is, can one use ChatGPT for actually generating any image? Because I tried it one day and it was still loading. I don't know if it's my network or basically ChatGPT is just for generating text. Then also, I also come across I think a video or so online that was saying that you have to learn how to like a course, prompt engineering or something that depends on it. That's basically on image generative AI tool that depends on, if you know how to write your prompts very well, then AI will give you what you want. That's for the image own. So I'm not saying, is it like there is a prompt, or you can actually just think on your own and write?
Okay, thank you. Your first question, let me first answer the second one about prompt. Prompt is what gives you what you want once using generative AI tools. If you don't know how to prompt it, you will not get what you want. That's what I was saying. That there are times that I would want something from AI, but Once I give it a prompt, it will not understand it, or it will give me what I don't want. Then I will still prompt again. So if you see anybody saying that you should register and learn how to prompt AI, and you really want to do it, is a very good thing. There are a lot of these experts online that knows that somebody can even just put a prompt, and you can even query that AI to tell you the prompt that you want to prompt. Do you know that? You can say, AI, generate a prompt for me. I want an image. I want to be sitting on a table holding a flower. How would I use that prompt? AI will still generate that prompt for you. So everything, the tenant about AI is prompt. How you are able to prompt it, they are very correct. How you are able to prompt it is how you will be able to see your results, how you want it, images as such. When I was talking, I gave examples of generative AI, and I said they are in 5 forms. So there are text generating AI, that's ChatGPT, Google Gemini. It's not as if they cannot produce images, but you should know that these specific ones are wired for mainly text generating. Then we have those that are wired for image generating. And then there's Canva AI image. I gave example that if you download your Canva, you will see it embedded in it. So this one, and there is now video generating AI. ChatGPT can generate images, but it will not be as efficient as a particular generative AI tool that is being programmed to create only images. Do you understand? So once you get this message, you will see those and you'll be able to open, then you will see how they will create images for you without stress. It will not take time to be loading that you have to go and come back the next day and it's still loading. So it actually means that ChatGPT is meant more specifically for text generation. That is the reason why.
Okay, I get it clearly now. Thank you, ma.
Welcome.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Mata, for that. I'm hopeful that very soon we'll start calling you doctor, and probably because it's like you are much interested in the academia. Thank you very much for that. So I'm going to hand over to the manager, Engineer Augustine, to give the um, thanks and then closing remarks so that we can call it a day. Thank you.
Please, I'm
Sir,
sorry,
over to
before
you.
you do that, Saraf, please,
Yeah,
can
go
I
ahead.
say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm seeing one of my lecturers on board, Dr. Hosseini. Thank you, sir, for being online. Can you please
All
help me
right.
to appreciate?
All right, thank you, Dr. Sini, for joining. Apologies, we would have even done introduction of members on the call, but we just want to ensure we
Yeah,
keep to our time.
can see my
Thank you,
classmates too,
Doctor.
Adiza, and
Yeah.
other
Okay, go
people.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead and acknowledge them. Go ahead.
Yes, but thank you all for joining. I'm grateful. We are all grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'll reach out to Doctor through you to see how we can get him on board to speak to us. Would that be fine?
Yes,
All
please.
right. Thank
Yes.
you very much. I'll do so. Thank you. So, engineer, sir, manager, over to you, sir.
Okay, so I want to thank our speaker, Ms. Mata, for the very expository this thing you shared with us this evening. I want to thank every other person for joining the call. Without your joining, the call wouldn't have been this effective. I would also want to pray that you join our social media pages and the WhatsApp group where we share more information about ThinkFisher, and also where you see the upcoming meets. We would have very educative topics that will be coming in next year. So I'll just wish you all well, even as we close for today. That you keep growing, keep growing, keep researching, and keep prompting properly. Use the AI tools very efficiently, and use it to behave naturally. Thank you very much for joining, and God bless you. Okay, Rafa, you can take over.
All right, thank you, everyone. Until next time, our next virtual meetup will be the last Saturday of January. Grace is going to go ahead to drop her number so that she can add you to the WhatsApp group. Please join on the 1st of December. We'll have a giveaway. Follow us on our social media platform. Until next time, bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Bye,
Bye. Thank you,
everyone.
Gerard. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Hadiza. Thank you, everyone. Bye.